Okay, so we have here a sample already prepared. The only missing thing here is the 6-pin programming connector. We don't need it. You keep it just in case. But in the moment we ordered them, because we ordered from Adafruit, the microcontroller came already with the software inside. Otherwise, if you buy it from somewhere else, you have to pick up the software and to record it inside, so it's more complicated. You need an additional cable, you need the software on your computer, so it's more complicated. But this way, it came already pre-programmed, okay? So, the first thing we have to do in order to save time is by taking a look here at the components. There are 3 resistors, see? There are 3 resistors, but we don't need to use all the 3 of them. The third one is used only for European TV codes, okay? As we don't need to do so, you take a look here. You see these 2 ones are both 1 kilo ohm resistors, this one. So the 10 kilo ohm resistor, we leave it aside, okay? We don't use it. Okay. So for these ones, they're going to come exactly like this one here. It's very easy, and that's what you do, Anthony. Okay. So for this one, it's extremely easy because they don't leave long terminals. The thing where you have to pay attention to is about the infrared diodes, okay? The darker ones are, let's say, when sending the signal, they are focused to the receiver which is on the TV set, okay? Because remember, the whole thing is actually replacing the remote only for one command, turn off, okay? So the darker ones, there are 2 of them, they are focused, and the transparent ones, they have a wider range, just to cover more field, you know, okay? But the thing about them is, don't know if you still remember from our logic stuff, when we dealt with diodes, the larger terminal here is the cathode. So you see here how we have to fold them. I'm going to pick up this one. So you hold it like this, and you just fold it. Okay. So you don't do the other way to hold the terminals and to fold it here, because we can break terminals. Okay? But this way, it has to be folded. When you take a look, you arrange with the cathode, the larger terminal, to the right. Okay. Why? Because take a look how is this connected here. Okay. So all the 4 of them are going to be arranged the same way. Okay. So this and like that. Okay. And the white ones, the transparent ones, actually same. Okay. So larger terminal to the right. We prepared the 4 diodes. We prepared the 2 resistors. Now we have to take care of this electrolytic capacitor. As you remember, the negative is marked. So the terminal which is closest to the marked negative is the negative. Okay. So if we take a look how is this arranged here, you arrange it exactly as is, and we do the same to it. Okay. Actually, this one takes little place, so something like that. Okay. What else do you have to arrange? I'm gonna prepare this one for you because the way it's done is not okay. But on the components, transistors, you're going to notice there are 5 transistors, but one of them only, if I'm taking a closer look, you should be the one on the little piece of paper. This is the PNP. And if you notice here, let me see if they marked the position. Here, this one. You see here, it says PNP. So that particular transistor comes here where it says PNP. The other 4, they come here. Okay, they are NPN. So for this one, there's nothing to prepare. Actually, we can cut the terminals like this. But the other ones, the terminals as they come from the factory, they are in line. But the way they want us to solder is like in a triangle. So we pick up, actually, we pick up the middle one, okay? We fold it a bit, and we do this, okay? Because when we do, we take a look. How is this gonna go? Like that, see? So that's very easy to do if you fold it a bit, okay? So that's what we do right now, okay? For the 4 of them. We fold just the base, the one in the middle, and then we bring the others. We have 2 more. We space them a bit because otherwise we can't place our plier. We have 1 more. Because this way is going to be very easy when we have to place the components and to solder. Like this, okay? So practically all of them are prepared now, excepting for this one I'm going to take care of it later. Mathieu, put the station on. We wait in about 1 minute, it doesn't take long. It's going to reach the temperature. Normally this one you should not need, but I put it here just in case. If you feel that it's not soldering properly, then we can use a bit of paste, okay? However, I prepared a lot of solder, okay? So what I'm going to start with, okay? We start with the resistors because remember we mentioned that yesterday, the resistors are the lowest components.
Right.
So we start from the lowest components, higher and higher and higher until we finish, okay? So we pick up the 2, and exactly as it is here, this one is going to come somewhere here. Okay, and the other one is going to come somewhere here. So as both of them are touching the board practically, we put it here. So we always clean the tip a bit. It has to be bright, exactly like this one. We be careful with our fingers, that's okay, because it's very hot. I hope you won't bother Mathieu. I'm gonna bring you some protecting goggles, okay?
Right, okay.
Because sometimes,
I don't think to bring them.
yeah, sometimes the paste which is right here in the middle, because this is, you can't see that, but it's like a pipe, and in the middle it has a paste, exactly like this one. So sometimes very fine particles, they jump out, okay? Where do you think they jump? In our eyes, okay? So protection comes first, okay? Right. So we don't start to solder, you stay away, and I'm just soldering one of them. Never come with the eyes too close, so I put 1 finger on it to hold it, okay? And then I only solder, no, don't do it, because you have to find the solution by yourself. I only solder one side. I only solder one side of each resistor, okay? One side. And then, by placing back, I check the position is still the same. So then, I'm picking up my cutter. Never do this to direct it to your eyes when you cut anything, you know? Either you do this, or what am I doing? I always put my finger on it just to hold it, okay? It's the same thing, Mathieu. Protection of our eyes. It only has to jump 1 time, and you're done, okay? It's gonna follow you all your life, okay? So I'm holding with my finger, I cut it, let's say 1 millimeter, okay? I'm always holding it, okay? It's no big deal. It's very easy once you understand how to do. And now, because it's already soldered on one side, I can put it back. The length of the terminals won't bother me anymore. So now I can solder the other side. Okay. So where was this? One was here, and the other one was right here. Yeah. See? So now the two resistors are in place. So far so good. What's coming next? If you take a look on this one, the next component in terms of height is the little capacitor, which is a kind of filter for the microcontroller. Is right here. These very small capacitors, they have no polarity, so it doesn't matter how you place it. Okay. We're gonna hold it like this. Okay. So before we continue with this one, because I have to bring him some goggles, let's come to your station to do the same. Okay. So remove them. Remember how do we have to fold the terminals? Anthony? Yep. Let's try to do it. Put your eyes on him. I'm coming back for a minute. Brand new. Ah, you have yours already? I didn't notice. Okay. Okay?
Oh yeah, they fit
They fit?
better than any other one.
Perfectly. Okay. Yeah, very good. Okay, now take transistor by transistor. You can sit, because it's pretty stressful if you don't. Okay. In the meantime, let's continue, Mathieu. Where were we? With the little capacitor. Okay. So
One
with
side.
this one here, exactly as is. Okay. Pick up a bit of solder. So if this is the terminal, the solder has to come like this, inclined like 45 degrees, and the iron on the other side the same. Okay?
Yes?
Yeah, don't hold it for too long. Yeah, right there on the terminal. You have to touch both. Remove it now. So now let's go. Yeah, it's a bit too much, but that's not the point.
Bridge.
Take a look. Remember what we do? Never cut it to your eyes. Even if you have
block.
Exactly. You block it. Okay. It's gonna always jump. Okay. Okay. And now take a look what we do. Okay. We soldered the other one. Right here. And now Once this one is soldered, I clean the tip, and then I try to remove the extra solder from here. Yeah, it's better. Okay. Because when you take a look at the solder, if this is the pin, it has to look like that, like that.
Okay.
The solder around the pin, it has to look like that. It doesn't have to look like that.
Right.
Because when it's looking like that, chances are it's gonna be a cold solder. Cold solder meaning you have a lot of solder around the pin, but the contact is not good.
Okay.
Okay. So now we placed the capacitor. What do you think is going to be the next in terms of height? Your
This
opinion.
one.
No, this is the frequency resonator. Yeah, you may be right. Is this one? So this one is the same story as the capacitor. It doesn't have a polarity.
Okay.
So with the reference which is in the middle, the two others are symmetrical. So we do the same. We just lean it here on the disc. Try to do the one in the middle, okay? Take your time, okay? That's a catch solder. Let me see.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay.
we
Now,
got it.
because it doesn't fall anymore, you can try any of the other two, okay? You have to hit the pad exactly at the base, exactly, and the other one. Yeah, you have to touch the pad on the board. Because if you only touch the pin, you will become hot enough. So here, the pad wasn't completely covered. Now I remove this one, the extra, the same here. Okay. Let me see. Yeah, it looks good now. Okay. In your opinion, what should be the next?
Now I would go with this.
Maybe
Or-
that's better to put a socket, because the socket is pretty same level as this one here. Now for the socket, as we remember, the socket has to follow the pin number 1, okay? So remember it has a notch.
Yeah. I have.
You see the notch in the top?
Yes, I do. The half moon.
Excellent. So because the notch is right there,
It goes the other way.
it goes like that,
Okay.
okay? So we hold it right here, and you only have to do one terminal. Let's say the one on your bottom right.
Watch your finger.
Yeah, touch the pad, exactly. It's just enough, because right now it doesn't fall anymore.
Okay.
So the trick about the plastic sockets, because this one contains a lot of plastic, we don't solder the next one. We jump one and we solder the third, because we leave room between the two, leaving the time for this one to cool down, okay? So jump over the second and solder the third, okay? Take your time, okay? Yeah, this is why the goggles are good, because being afraid to not solder properly, he puts his eyes very close to it. So chances are, which is natural, there's nothing wrong with him, okay? But the thing is, the paste, the flux is going to jump, Let's see.
It's a little big.
Okay, it doesn't matter. We fix it at the end, okay? Now, we go on the other side. Try to do the one on your bottom right again.
Bottom right.
Yeah. So with the tip, you touch the
Sure.
pad. Exactly. For a couple seconds, and then you put a solder. But that's the point. You have to put a solder on the pad, not on the tip.
This on the pad, and then this. Like
Yeah, take a look. The tip of the iron on the third,
right here.
touch the pad and the pin, and then this one you touch the pad with the solder. Very close to the tip. It's a bit too much.
It doesn't melt if I don't touch
Okay,
it.
okay. When it's too much, that's what we do. We clean the tip. So take a look. We pick up the solder again, and I'm touching the pad and the pin at the same time, and then exactly there I put the solder. So now because
We'll go back.
I go back on the other side, okay, I can clean this one. Always clean the tip. Okay, so now this one here. And on the other side. Because otherwise these plastic sockets are going to melt, and then we have no contact anymore. Now let's see if there is any extra. So if there is any extra, we're gonna pick it now. Very quickly. I keep it inclined because when it's melted, the gravity is going to help. So it's going to jump on the tip of the iron, which is hot. Okay, so we put this one now. Now we have to put the diodes, okay? So for the diodes, they are already folded in the right position. So we're gonna put one at a time. Yeah. So let's work together, okay? You're going to touch the pad and the pin, okay? Hold it there. Just hold it. That's it. Leave it like that. Now the other one. Okay, and now with the tip, you're going to
Spread it out.
Spread it out exactly on the whole pad, because it's preventing it from oxidizing later on. Okay. So just for checking, in the moment we have it here mounted, okay, we check versus the sample. You see the larger terminal is still to the right.
Yeah.
This is why we have to take care of that before, when we folded the terminals, not now, okay? Because now everything is just fine. So we put the second one now, the darker one in the middle, okay? Because both of them, these ones, they come in the middle. So you see the way they are folded, the diode just goes exactly on the edge of the board. See? That's how it's going. Okay, let's do the same thing together. You put it on the pad and on the terminal. That's it. Now, can you try to spread it around? Take your time, okay? The reason you can do this is because the board is very well designed. Okay. What do we do with this? Exactly. Keep the finger. That's it. So it doesn't matter they fall, but they don't jump. Okay. Yeah, that's very important. Okay. So now, let's try the other two. Yeah, the other ones, they come outside. And these ones, they are spaced already. You see how well they fall in place. Okay. So now, the thing about that is, we keep them on the same level. Okay. Now you know what to do. Okay. Take it easy. Yeah, leave it like that, leave it like that. Go for the other one. Give it time to cool down. Okay, so now take a look. The position is very good for all the four of them. Now pick it up, lead the iron, cut the terminals. Okay. Then you go for your board. Okay. That's it. That's experience. If you don't solder yourself, there is no damn experience. Okay. See.
Good.
Watching is nice, but you have to build your own experience. It's not good. It's very good.
Oh.
Excellent. Very good job. Okay. So now, you said something about the diode. Is this right?
This last diode here?
Yeah. We have to consider the polarity of the diode. Okay. So let me see. Can you find there is a cut side of the surf?
A cut side?
Yeah. It's not easy to figure out. Okay. So because of this, take a look what we
There's
do.
a bigger side here and a smaller.
Yeah. So we have two choices. One choice is to take a look inside, and you tell me if you take a look at the other diode here, which is already mounted, where is the larger terminal? To your right or to your left?
To my right. So it's like this. Like that.
Okay. Try to place it inside,
Which one? This.
respecting the polarity. Okay. And then I'm gonna check at the end. Okay. Let me see. If this is right,
It's to my right.
let me see. Yeah, it's not to your right, is the other way around. Okay, take a look. Is the larger terminal to the right?
Yeah, to the right.
Yes. It's because the other one is the anode, the positive. Okay, so the larger terminal is the cathode. So we hold it like this. Okay, and now pick up your iron and a bit of solder. One terminal is good, and then we cut. You were free up to 12 o'clock. Because yeah, if you don't have enough time, we're going to finish it tomorrow. Now he's doing a very good job. Take a look, he's cutting. Yeah. Now you can solder the other one. You okay, Diyu? You're very quiet. When people are quiet, they're up to something. Okay. So this is okay. So now we have plenty of parts already placed here. If we hold it into the same position. Now is the push button. Here is a bit of trick, okay? Take a look how we do it. Because this one is very sensitive and the terminals are already folded on purpose, see? So we place it here on the position, just we place it there, but we don't push anything. And now pick up the tweezers. Thank you, Mathieu. And now with the tweezers from the side, you put it around the knob and push. Because this way you don't have to press the knob. You can damage it forever, you know. But because this one is higher, you know, than the knob, you put it around, it doesn't fall anyway. Because the pins were folded on purpose, exactly for that. Okay?
No solder.
Exactly. You have 4 pins here. You pick up the one on your button right. Now you know what to do. Take your time. Okay. Now you pick up the one on the diagonal. It's always the same reason. The plastic is melting down. So you don't do the adjacent pins. That's it. For this button, the pads are a bit larger. Yeah, very good job, Matthew. Excellent. So now, the capacitor here, the electrolytic one, yeah, exactly in the same. No, not this one. It has to remain on the board. That's it. That's it. As usual, you solder only one terminal and then we check if it is in the right position. Okay, so now if it is, yeah, it is. Cut the terminals. That's it, now you have the technique. Very good. And now you can solder the second one. Yeah, once you understand, it's no big deal actually. Is right?
Yeah.
Very good, Matthew. Yeah, you started to do very good soldering. So, what's remaining? The transistors. Okay. Pick up the flat one, the only flat one, the PNP. Please just check it. Is this the flat one? No.
No, it's not the flat.
This one looks like the flat one. Okay. Let me check the code. It has to be 2907. Yeah, I don't know if you can see it with your eyes. 2907.
Yeah.
That's it. So this is the one. So here, exactly as on the original one, okay, is with the flat out of the board. So if we hold it like this, okay, they suggest actually the shape of it. Okay, so sorry. You can start with any terminal you want, because now you know what to do. For the transistor, this is hard plastic. It's not.
So I don't have to jump.
Exactly. So it's not the same as for the socket of the IC. So this one is resisting to temperature, much better. Okay. Supposing. Oh, if you want to clean it, is only after you cut terminals. Okay. Be careful, because smaller they are, chances are they're going to jump. That's it, one by one. Very good. If you think you have to clean it, now you can clean it. Take your time. Yeah, soldering requires a bit of patience. Very good. So we've got rid of the one which was different from the others. So now the others are all the same. As you can see, they tell you here where is the flat. Okay. So try to place them. Place only. Take a look. Place one, and place the third one. Okay. Exactly. So this way we leave distance between the transistors. Easy to solder. Yeah, two at a time. That's it. Yeah, here is nothing to comment. You just have to give him time to solder. That's all. So far so good. You can cut the terminals. Always be careful. That's it. Very good. Now you can place the other two ones. It's very close actually. With this one, we're very close to finish. So in the meantime, I'm going to prepare both of them. Okay, so now, can you give me the paste, please? We twist both terminals. And now, we just cover with a bit of solder because we don't want whiskers to come around. And now, because we're here already, we do the same for both. In the kit, they recommend to cut the terminals. I prefer not to. So what we're going to do, we're going to pass both of them through the hole, and then we simply make a knot to prevent it from trying to come out like this. And now, one terminal at a time, and not here, we're gonna do what? We place them on the board.
Negative to negative then.
Exactly. So the negative comes to your right, and the positive, as you can see, is marked here, is the red. Okay. That's it. If it's more difficult, try one at a time. Okay. Because it's not always easy to.
Yeah, it's a little hard to
Let's
hold it.
Let's do this together, okay? So if we start with the positive, I'm gonna hold it.
Yeah.
Can you see it? Yeah, take your time. That's it. We wait until it's cooling down. One is done, and now the second one is the negative. So for the negative, it's coming out. Yeah, like this to not touch the insulation. That's it. Very good. So now we take a last look. Do we seem to have any missing component?
Oh yeah.
Just the package, okay?
Oh no, not this one.
Yeah, the package. Yeah, just to check it. Yeah, because if terminals are folding, they're not going to fit on the socket. Okay, everything looks fine. And now, if it's looking fine, we make sure that the two sides are parallel with each other. Okay. And now, respecting the pin number 1 on the notch is on this side. We place it over here. Very good. So we have it on the notch.
Is that all?
Okay, so now, give me 1 second to bring two batteries. If the batteries are good, we're going to place the batteries. Yeah, we're going to watch now to the TV set, Diyu.
Okay.
Because, take a look, we can see it. Anytime
Yeah.
you connect the batteries, it's like you press the button, you know?
Oh, okay.
Okay? So, hold it like that. Give me a chance to put the TV set back on. So the picture comes back. Try again, Mathieu. Just press the button. 1 time and that's it, you wait. What do you think? Working fine?
It's working fine.
So the last step you have to do, is
to tape.
If you're interested, exactly. It's
Yeah.
having tape on both sides. So you can place your battery socket. And then we can pass to Anthony's project. You can press the, yeah, that's it. On the corners or even on the integrated circuit is okay. So far so good?
It's working.
Working. Now, before we go for Anthony's project, you can do this for yourself if you want it. You put the TV set on. It seems I didn't press the button long enough. So the picture comes back. That's it. Anthony, your turn. Okay. Okay, Diyu?
Yes.
Okay then. So, remember the sequence?
Yep. I think so.
So we pick up the resistors. We leave the 10 kilo ohm aside. 10 kilo ohm is brown, black, orange. So the third is orange. We leave it aside. We pick up the two of them.
Pick up the two of them.
Exactly. So exactly we remove the paper, and not exactly on the body. Let's say 2 millimeters out of the body. You fold it. Okay. It's not a tough material, so very easy to fold. Okay.
Okay.
So we pick up then the sample. I'm gonna bring it. One resistor comes here. Okay, and the other one comes over here. Okay. So both of them they stay in place.
Yep.
Now I put it here exactly. And we only solder one terminal of each, okay? Yeah, we clean it. We pick up some solder. So you're going to touch with the tip the pad and the terminal at the same time. And you hold it for 2 seconds or so. And then you put some solder exactly on the tip when they touch together. Exactly. Now on the other resistor, same story. Very good. Now you pick up the cutter. Exactly. Now be careful. Exactly. Always hold the finger in the top of them to prevent them from jumping. Even if you have your safety glasses, it's always like that. So now I can solder the second terminal. Yeah, take your time. It surely was easier when you were watching Mathieu.
For sure.
Okay, let me see. Yeah, next time I'm gonna kindly ask you to cut the terminals just a bit longer.
Okay.
Okay. That's it. So we have the resistors placed. As we did on the other side, now is the light brown capacitor. This guy. So you just plug it. Is right here close to the socket. So when you turn it upside down, it has no polarity, so no problem.
Yep.
Exactly. So now it's easy to solder. These are the most difficult to solder because for the capacitor is so tiny, they put very small pads. Okay. but the other pads are a bit larger. Let's see. It looks okay. You can cut the terminals. Yeah, always hold the fingers in the top. Now I noticed when we placed the resonator here, the ceramic resonator, it was a bit higher than the socket of the integrated circuit. So let's place the socket first. You pick up the socket, is on one side. Remember the notch?
Yep.
So the notch has to align here. Yeah, to your left, perfect. So now I'm just holding it like that, the one on your bottom right. You see, this time the pads are a bit larger, so it makes your job a bit easier. Yeah, that's it, very good. That's the technique. Now skip one, exactly. If the pad on the board is not hot enough, you won't solder properly. Yeah, skip one. Good. Now go for the other two. Yeah, Mathieu is doing a perfect job. Very good. Let me just check it. Looks okay to me. So now we can place the resonator.
The resonator
Is right here in the top of the
Yep.
IC. You have to hold it with a finger when you turn it upside down. Yeah, it has short terminals.
Okay.
What I'm doing is this. I'm holding it from the top. You see, it doesn't fall. Okay.
Okay.
Because otherwise it's difficult. Okay. You can solder any terminal you want.
Yep.
Yeah, this one gives the right frequency to the controller because all the controllers need a clock generator. Very good. So this one's done. In your opinion, what should be the next in terms of height?
I'm gonna say the capacitor.
Okay, put the capacitor there.
So this one, the negative.
Yeah, this is why we took care of it in advance. So the negative, let me see.
I may
I
have
think
done
it was
upside
folded
down.
opposite way. Yeah. Luckily, it's not too late to fix it. Okay. Because I didn't put it yet. So now it's in the right position.
Yep.
Yeah, the body of the capacitor has to touch the board. It's okay, Mathieu? Okay, you can cut the terminals now. Perfect. Now you reach the same delicate point as Mathieu had before.
Mm-hmm.
The green diodes, the LED.
The green diodes.
It is somewhere.
Maybe it's in the box.
Okay, forget it. If you don't find it, I'm gonna look for another one.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, you can place the infrared diodes. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Actually, sorry for that. Let's place the button. Did you see what we did on the other side?
Yep.
Pick up
With
the tweezers
tweezers.
and try yourself to. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it looks okay.
Mm-hmm.
This one won't fall anyway.
No.
So by the time you solder the terminals, I'm gonna look for another diode. Okay?
Yep.
Hello, sir. Hello. Everything fine?
Very good.
Yes, yes. We're working on a little project here. But let me look at that. Yeah. Need anything, Joe?
No, nothing. Just wanted to wish you well and thank you for everything that you've done for IPC and everything's going fine.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. All the best, Christian.
Yeah, thank you. Same for you. Okay. Okay, looks okay. So now, here is the diode, okay? So the larger terminal, okay?
Yep.
If you take a look on the board, they marked here a positive.
Yep.
So the larger terminal is on the other side, on your right. Okay?
Right.
Okay. Yeah, it looks okay to me. So now we can solder both. Now you can stop it and cut the terminals because they are too long.
Yeah.
The second one is preventing you from solder properly. Yeah, leave about 1 millimeter above the board. That's it. Now you can solder very nicely. The second one. So far so good?
Yep.
Just okay, Mathieu? Okay, so we have the diodes. Yeah, now it's time for the infrared diodes.
Mm-hmm.
This comes exactly one of the two in the middle. Yeah, exactly on the edge, perfect. Very good. So now you can solder one pin of each. Try to not touch the body of the diode.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. You don't have to cover the whole pad right now. That's it. Now you can cut. So leave 1 millimeter above the board. That's it. Very good. Now you can solder the second terminal.
Mm-hmm.
Good. And now try to spread the solder on the whole pad. Very good. Pass to the second diode. Yeah, that's the thing. Okay, so the transparent ones. Not such a difficult project,
Pretty easy.
but the thing about it is the board is pretty well designed, so the components are very close to each other. So this is why we have to pay attention. Yeah, just one terminal. That's it. So now, yeah, they're very well aligned. You can cut. You know what to do. They put you in chômage, Diyu. They put you in chômage. So far so good?
Perfect.
Excellent. So they're already aligned. Now the transistors. Pick up the PNP one. We want to get rid of it.
Yep.
You can cut it exactly on the edge of the paper. Yeah. You don't want it to jump out of the room. Now this one is easy to place because they show you the shape of the transistor right here. So the flat goes to you.
Yep.
Perfect. Yeah, that's it. If you just solder all the parts right, there is no solder touching two pins together, there is no cold soldering, it's gonna work like Mathieu saw it already from the first attempt. That's it. So very carefully now you can cut the terminals. Yeah, that's it, one by one. The short ones are the most dangerous. That's it. And now the other four transistors, also easy to place because they show you the shape. Yeah, you put the one in the third.
Not aligned.
Yeah, it happens. Yeah, it seems like you also have a missing transistor here. I'm gonna look for another one. I have exactly the model. Yeah, you can cut some terminals.
Mm-hmm.
Make room for the next one. Ready.
Yep, thank you.
So far so good.
Yep.
Just the battery.
No battery.
Okay. So now we make the knot to prevent him from wanting to come out. Okay. Now you have the positive and the negative.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So by the time you guys solder it, I'm gonna look for the batteries. Okay.
You're gonna have to hold it for him.
Start with the positive.
Somebody's gonna have to hold it for you.
Yep.
In a moment.
Yep.
Okay.
Thank you.
Look at that.
Spread it.
Maybe we need more.
There we go. Now we're good.
Okay.
Good.
Good.
It just makes it echo.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Good.
Everything looks fine.
I think so, yep.
We only have to plug the integrated circuit.
Mm-hmm.
You see, as it's coming from the factory, the two rows are not parallel.
Right.
Okay. So we fold them all at the same time, like they are parallel right now. The notch, we align it to the notch of the socket, and when we push it,
Clicks.
it clicks. So far so good?
Mm-hmm.
Moment of truth. Okay.
Let's see if I did a good job.
You see the LED already?
Yeah.
So now, pick it up.
Turned off.
Let me see if the TV set is on. So now you can watch. We have a nice picture.
Yeah.
Now, moment of truth. Yeah, just wait. Oops, it's working.
Perfect.
Let me put it on again. We try 2-3 times to make sure.
Let's see your hand.
Yeah. You see, it's emitting all the codes because the LED goes green. That's it. You see this?
Pretty cool.
Pretty cool. So now, the last step.
I'm noticing I missed a solid point over here.
Okay.
Finish it fast.
Okay.
Just fast.
So the last corrections.
Yep. Okay.
Okay,
Good.
very good.
Mm-hmm.
So now you can stick the battery socket on the board.
Okay, let's do this side. You wanna help me?
Can use this one. Or use Diyu. She has
Yes.
nicer nails.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it happens in a lot of projects. The last step is creating the problem.
Where's the easy part?
Which one is hard? Almost.
There you
Almost
go.
there. Oh.
Thank
But there's a
you.
guarantee it's going to stick very well.
Right over here.
Pretty good, Anthony.
And then I'm guessing like this.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can press a bit on the integrated circuit.
Here?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, with the time it's going to stick a bit
Stick
better.
more, yeah.
So let's try it one more time,
Yeah.
and then we can have a conclusion about it. Anyway, we mounted 2 projects today, so
Very cool. Oh, I don't think it turned on.
no, the picture is good. That's it. So as soon as you see the LED doing the job, it means that all the codes are emitted. That's it. Very good job, guys.
Cool.